Hey, I'm Jake, and today we're going to focus on stretching and strengthening your IT bands, the outer seams of your legs. Come onto your mat and start in tabletop. Okay, hands and knees, and line yourself up with your wrists straight across and under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And inhale, arch your back, look forward, and exhale, round your spine. Look towards your navel a couple times like that. And slowing down your movement, syncing up your movement with your breath. Okay, with your next in-breath, find a neutral spine and pelvis. Tuck your toes under and step back for down dog. And slide your feet back another 2 to 3 inches from tabletop. Feet inner hips width apart. Bend your right knee deeply. Spin your heels right till your left heel roots on the floor, and swing your right leg in front of and across your left for a twisted dog. Hands flat, arms straight. Lift your left hip up as high as it'll go. And bring it back to center. And second side, bend your left knee, swivel your heels left till your right heel roots, and swing your left leg in front of and across your right. Arms steady. Lift your hips up, get a big stretch to the right side of your body. Okay, bring it back to center. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands for lunge. Bend your front knee right over your ankle. Back foot's vertical. Okay, hop up onto your fingertips and inhale, twist open, reach your right arm up. Power up your back leg. And with your right leg, you want to bend your right knee right over your ankle, widen your right knee to the right. And root your right heel, scissor square your right hip back. Yeah, so it's gonna make it an outer hip and IT band opener. Okay, exhale, hands to the floor, step back, down dog. Okay, second side, inhale, step your left foot between your hands for lunge. Okay, and bend your left knee right over your ankle. Back foot's vertical, power up your back leg. Hop up onto your right fingertips. Inhale, reach your left arm up to twist. And keep this left knee widening over your left foot. Root your left heel. Wrap your left hip back. Yeah, it's just going to get a deeper hip opener and IT band stretch. Okay, exhale. Hands to the mat. Step back. Down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Hey, just enough bend in your knees to get your low back to lift. And inhale, step your right foot between your hands for lunge. And then you're gonna take both hands to the inside of your right foot and clear off your mat to the left. Okay, really as far off to the left as you could go without this right knee turning in. Okay, use your hands on fingertips to set your right knee wide to the right, root your right heel, set your right hip back. Okay, then look at your back foot, make sure it's vertical. It's not turning in or out. Okay, walk your hands underneath you, step it back, down dog. Right, second side, inhale, left foot forward for lunge. And then walk your hands clear off to the right, way off to the right, off your mat even. Onto your fingertips, hands at least shoulder width apart. And use your hands to keep your left knee pointing the same direction as your left foot. Root your left heel so much you can lift your left toes up off the floor. And that'll plug your left thigh into its hip socket for a deeper hip opener. Look more under your right arm. Okay, hands underneath you, step back, down dog. Inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Feet hips width apart, feet straight, lift halfway up, legs straight. Hands on your hips, shoulders back as you stand. Okay, step your feet hips width apart, about 2 fist width. Turn to face you. Feet straight, bend your knees deeply. Okay, weight in your right foot. Rest your left shin across your right thigh for a figure 4. Flex your left foot. Take your right hand against that left sole of your foot to remind it to flex. Okay, left hand against your inner left knee. Lift your inner left knee up against your hand to set your left inner thigh back. Hip sit back. And step down. And second side, weight in the left foot. Right shin rests across your left thigh for a figure 4. And take your left hand against the right sole of your foot to remind it to flex. Okay, that's just going to make it a hip opener rather than a knee cranker. Okay, hips heavy. And step down. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Touch the floor, bend your knees enough to touch. Shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot way back. And spin both feet towards the wide edge of your mat. Adjust your feet so they're even with one another and straight. Touch down, bend your knees enough to touch. Bend your knees enough to clear your low back and your hip flexors. Okay, so much as you feel clearance and release, you can straighten your legs out as straight as they'll go. And lift halfway up, come onto your fingertips, arms straight. Turn your right foot towards the front edge of your mat. Frame out your right foot at the top of your mat like a lunge and step back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Legs strong for low plank. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Okay, inhale, step your right foot between your hands, warrior 2. Anchor your left heel, come on up. For side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh, left arm by your ear. Turn your chest towards the ceiling. Okay, hips square towards the wall to your left, and so much as you could keep that alignment, you could reach down for the full pose. Right hand to the outside of your right foot, to the floor, block. Okay, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Second side, left foot forward, warrior 2. Okay, and side angle pose, left forearm to your left thigh, right arm by your ear. Okay, square your chest and hips towards the wall to your right, and so far as you can keep that alignment, you can reach down for the full pose. Okay, widen your left knee up against your arm. Spin your chest open towards the ceiling. Look up. Okay, hands to the mat. Step back. Down dog. And come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or walk to the front. Lift halfway up. Hands to your hips. Come up and stand. Okay, feet straight. Weight in your right foot. Bend your left knee. Either hold your left knee with your right hand for an upright lunge. Turn your chest left. Okay, flex this left foot. Lift your left knee up. Step 2, use both hands to reach down. Right hand for the left outer edge of your foot. Okay, you do this with a bent knee, or work it towards straight so far as you can keep a lift in your back. Turn your chest left. Reach back through your left fingertips. Look back. Wrap this left hip down. So make it an IT band stretch. And step it down. Second side, weight in the left foot, bend your right knee. Left hand for your right outer knee. Or hold the outer edge of the foot. Okay, press that foot against the hand against your foot to keep a lift in your back. And wrap your right outer hip down. So you twist open. And step down. Bow forward, touch the floor, and down dog. Step it back. And go right knee forward for pigeon. So for a breath, right knee wide. Square your hips, come onto your forearms. Hips settle back. Okay, then reach your right hand back for your left foot for a thigh stretch. You can hold either side of your foot. Just keep the weight centered on your back thigh. Engage your left foot to tip your hip up towards your heel. Okay, and inhale, release. Step back, down dog. And switch sides, left knee wide, all the way behind your left wrist. To square your hips, come onto your forearms. Allow your hips to settle back and heavy towards the floor. Stretch back through your back foot. Watch there's no twist or turn in that back foot. And reach your left hand back for your right foot. Thigh stretch. You can get taller, or you could come up onto the hand, right hand if you need. You could even use a strap or a towel. And draw your heel towards your outer hip. Watch this back foot doesn't swing in or out. So you draw it in. And gently release. Step back. Down dog. Okay, inhale, right foot forward. Pyramid pose. It's just short enough stance. Both heels are rooted. Hips square to the front. Hands to either side of your right foot to the floor or the blocks. Okay, if you don't have blocks, it's okay to bend your right knee to touch. Okay, then to twist, take your left hand to the outside of your right foot, right hand to your right outer hip. Wrap your right outer hip back, send your left side chest forward towards the wall to your right. You face the wall to your right, reach your right arm up, palate back, look up. Okay, hands to the floor, step forward. Switch sides, left foot forward, right foot back for pyramid. Pyramid pose. Both heels are rooted, hips square to the front, fold over your left leg. And to twist, take your right hand to the outside of the left foot, to the floor, block, even bring it up onto your leg if you need. You can wrap this left hip back towards the wall behind you and send your right side chest way forward towards the wall to your left. When you face the wall to your left, put your left arm up and look up. Okay, hands to the floor, step forward and bow, top of your mat. Can bend both knees, sit down, stretch your right leg out in front of you. Bend your left knee, place your left sole of foot flat to the outside of your right thigh. Your right toes point up, right knee straight up. Left hand behind you, reach your right arm up and exhale, twist. Right elbow hooks across your left thigh. Root through your left sole of foot to anchor your left hip down to sit tall and twist. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, get taller to unwind, and you're going to ravel this left knee on top of your right. So you can ravel the left leg across your right. It's called half Gomukhasana, Ardha Gomukhasana. Okay, eventually your knees stack. You can use both hands to ravel your legs. And you can either sit upright, hands behind you, root your right leg down to lift your low back. Okay, if you're steady here, if you could reach, you can take your hands to your right foot and fold. Okay, come on up. Second side, left leg out, right knee bends. Place your right sole of foot flat to the outside of your left thigh. Right hand behind you, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Left elbow across your right thigh. Root down through your right sole of foot to anchor that right outer hip down. To sit tall, twist from your low belly. Twist your torso right, your shoulders right. And finally, look right. Right shoulder back. Okay, inhale, come back to center. Ravel this right leg over top of your left. Okay, and half Gomukhasana, sit upright. If your back gets at all creaky, okay, if your back is lifted, you bow forward, hands to your left foot. And come on up, stretch both legs out wide. Feet point up, knees point up, legs root down to lift your low back up. You can bow down the middle so far as your legs stay rooted, your low back stays lifted. Okay, and hope you've enjoyed your twists and IT bands. Really good for your knees. Thanks for coming. My name's Jake. I'll see you soon. Namaste.